Hi everyone. In this video, I will show you how I replaced the Ryobi electric ride-on lawnmower drive motor controller to get it moving again. If you have a Ryobi like this that was previously working and now not moving, then this video may be helpful. I bought this Ryobi back in 2018. It has worked flawlessly aside from the battery life going down through the years. I have a small yard around less than a quarter acre, and I finish mowing every time with a lot of remaining battery capacity. However, in the fall of 2023, the mower wasn't able to finish my lawn and I had to charge it once to finish the mowing. And I decided to replace the batteries. Earlier this year, 2024, something else happened for the first time. The lawnmower won't move forward or reverse. Even though the battery is fully charged and I had new batteries, the blades go spinning, but it just won't move. Looking at the Ryobi troubleshooting guide, it says to make sure that the key is in on position, parking brake is disengaged, direction control switch is in either forward or reverse, the accelerator pedal should be depressed, and the charger should be disconnected. I did all those things, but the lawnmower still won't move. This is when I decided to do some research, and after reading the other owners' experiences in the forums, I guessed that the culprit is likely the drive motor controller. This is what the Ryobi drive motor controller looked like. It has 7 wires. But before you buy and replace your Ryobi's controller, go troubleshoot your mower first. But then if you decided that the next step is to replace the controller, then proceed with the rest of the video. You need to be ready with some tools. I used power tools and ratchets. I have a power screwdriver, power tool, ratchet with a 1/2 inch for the bolts. Adjustable vice grip may be useful. You will need a T30 bit to remove the back and side panel screws. A blade cutter to remove the heat shrink wrap over the connectors. It's advisable to replace the heat shrink wraps, although electric tape can work. The first thing to do is to disconnect the main power under the seat, in addition to engaging the parking brakes and disconnecting the charger. That main battery connector here, just slide that off. Yep, it's disconnected. Just for good measure, check if there's still power by turning the key on. Yep, no more power. Remove the back panel first. It has 4 torque screws. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then remove the left side panel. You only need to remove 5 screws. 2, 3, 4, 5. The drive motor controller is on the left side of the mower. Remove the 4 bolts. You only need to turn the outside as the inside bolt is fixed. Carefully slide the controller towards the back, exposing 7 wires. There are 4 wires toward the front and 3 toward the bottom of the mower. There are 5 connectors that have heat shrink around them. Cut the heat shrink tubing around the connector with a blade cutter. I only removed the center 1/3 of the heat shrink and kept the ends. The connectors separate easily once the heat shrinks are divided. This is how the ends of the connectors look like. Two connectors toward the front have flaps that need to be pushed to separate them. The black connector was the easiest to remove, while the white one was the hardest for me. Luckily, I didn't damage the wires in the process. Once all 7 wires are disconnected, the rest of the controller can be put aside and the new one attached. All connectors are color-coded, so it's as easy as matching the colors. The connectors click in place. The repair manual advises that you use heat shrink tubing after reconnecting the bigger wires. An alternative is to wrap them with electric tape. Once the controller is bolted back, the side and rear panels can be screwed back on. Don't forget to reconnect the main power. I recorded this video after successfully testing the lawnmower and finishing my yard. Only time will tell until the next maintenance or repair. Hope you learned something new about the Ryobi electric ride-on lawnmower. Bye for now.